Listen, I know a lot of you out there right now are probably feeling sad. You're probably feeling upset, angry, mad at the narcissist, mad about this, mad at your boss, mad about your friends. But listen, this is a very monumental shift that is happening in your life, right? And you have to stay in the present moment, all right? Don't be thinking so much in the past and don't be thinking so much into the future. Stay in the present moment because you're being set up for a major breakthrough, okay? The tides are turning, guys. Right? Maybe you don't feel it quite yet, right? Or maybe, things are just beginning to slowly shift and happen for you, but you have to trust the process and what is going on. Now, I want all of you to drop your comments down below, please. And I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of people saying this. How many of you are having doors completely close in your face? Come on now. Drop those comments. Let me know. You're like, yo, Coach Kev, that's crazy you said that because this door closed and this door closed and then this door closed and I lost that friend and I lost that job and all these things are happening and it seems like you don't even have any answers. You don't even know why those doors are closing. They're just closing out of nowhere. All right. A lot of you are getting ready to step into the next phase of your life. Right? You might be getting called in another direction, completely another direction. And this is why you have to stay in the present moment because you have to pay attention to the signs that is being delivered to you. Right? So when you go out here into the world and if you're, talking to strangers or you're talking to, someone at the store or maybe you hear something on the radio, you see something on the TV, you're going to get a message. Right? I don't know who needs to hear this, but you're going to receive a message and it's going to resonate with your spirit. It's going to resonate with your soul. It's going to bring inner peace. You see, a lot of you don't have that inner peace within you, right? You're feeling anxious. You're feeling depressed. You're feeling sad. You're feeling worried, right? Because of your life situation. Now, you didn't go through your spiritual awakening for no reason. Like you're going to have multiple awakenings, right? I just put a video out about the spiritual awakening that I've been going through in the dark night of the soul. It's been calling me. Right. And that's why I literally could not put out a video. And I apologize to you guys that I have not, been consistently with my uploads lately, but I had to pull back. Like I literally had to pull back because I felt the shift. I felt something coming and I told you all about this. OK, so right now, as doors are beginning to close for you, you need to clap and smile, baby. All right, because there's things that no longer serves your purpose. And you have to remember that. And it's hard to actually remember that because we're human. Right. And when we're human and we're just living our life and we're trying to make the best of our lives and become the best version of ourselves, things are going to happen to us and we don't really understand why. And sometimes those things are not for us to understand, but it's for us to just trust the process, live in the present moment, take it with a grain of salt, right? And just keep pushing, right? You got to keep on keeping on, my family, no matter what. You have to keep moving the needle forward. OK, and the most beautiful thing about this journey in the path that you're going down is that because you have a higher sense of awareness, because your consciousness continues to rise on a daily basis, all right, you're going to see the signs. You're going to get the messages, all right? You're going to get the doors closing in your face, but a lot of people can't handle that. And I don't want you to be that person, all right? Don't be that person that can't handle the doors that are closing and you don't understand why. And you might just be sitting back and crying and worrying and all these things. Remember, your mindset is key. And when you are continuing to worry consistently over and over and over again about how am I going to pay my bills? What am I going to do about my job? Oh my God, I'm having car issues. What am I going to do about this? How am I going to get around? I'm losing all my friends. My family members are being mean to me. The narcissist is returning and being an asshole again, right? Do not worry about these things that's happening. One thing to remember also, these things are happening and showing up in your life to try to stir up your emotions, to try to get you to feel bad and put you in that low energetic state. You don't want to live there. You do not want to be there. All right. You have to realize because you are becoming the highest version of yourself, because you are learning, because you are getting better and better and better. Remember, the world, you're going to get the ups and downs, the ups and downs, the ups and downs, the ups and downs. Like all of these things are going to happen. So you're not going to go down, 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 down for the rest of your life. All right. This is why doors are closing, because room is being made for you to move in another direction, or you're being forced, literally forced to go in another direction. And you may not realize it, but when you go out here every single day, and because you're being forced in another direction, you're going to get the signs to go in that direction. You're going to get the experiences. You're going to get the interactions with other people, right? You're going to get the things that's going to fall apart. You're going to get the things that's actually going to work out. So this is a very monumental time right now in your life, and you have to clap to that, right? You have to trust that everything is moving where you are supposed to go, right? Don't worry about other people. Don't worry about what the narcissist is saying to you. Don't worry about what the people at the job are doing or saying to you. Don't worry about any of those things, okay? Remember, live in the present moment. Be still right now, right? And this is a problem because I want you to remember, you are not your mind, all right? You are not your mind, all right? Those thoughts are not yours, right? Even though that seems a little funny, right? You're like, but I'm the one that's thinking about it, right? So when all these things are, listen, the mind can either build or destroy. It can either build you up or it can completely destroy you. Which one are you going to allow? Are you going to allow it to destroy you? Because if you're thinking about all these things consistently over and over and over again, that's going wrong in your life. You're only going to create more of that, and you're only going to stay stuck in life. You don't want to stay stuck. You want to keep moving forward. You want to keep going. And the best way for you to keep going is to live in the present moment, trust the process, and believe that everything is happening for your highest good. Remember, these things aren't happening to you. They're happening for you. All right, come on now. I know somebody needed to hear that. It's not happening to you, my family. It's happening for you. All right, so when doors are closing, when the pendulum is swinging in another direction, you got to smile. You got to smile, baby, because it just means that it no longer serves you. It doesn't serve your purpose. It doesn't serve anything in your life any longer. And this could be very hard to understand and understand, actually, because when you just want everything to work out for you in your life, right? You're just trying to live your best life. You want to have great friends. You want to have good family members. You want to be able to, live financially free. You want to be able to do the things that you love to do. And it can be very difficult going through this spiritual journey, and you're seeing all these things shifting and changing, and it seems like it's happening every day, right? Come on now, someone tell me. It seems like every single day something is happening. So it seems like something is happening for you. Remember, not to you, right? You might think, man, why does this keep happening to me every single day? I'm losing this, I'm losing that. I gain something and then I lose it. I gain something again and then I lose it again. My emotions are all over the place. All right. This is a calling for you to get better. All right. This might be your sign. This might be a confirmation for you right now that you're not working on yourself anymore. How many of you are doing that or not doing that? Excuse me. If you're not working on you, right? You're not investing in yourself. You're not putting the time, effort, and energy into you, into what you want, into what you're supposed to do. This is why sometimes you just need to sit in silence and listen to the stillness. Sit in silence and listen to the silence, right? Sit in that stillness and allow for those things to come to you. Now, you're going to have thoughts, right? You're going to have things that's going to come across your mind, come across your mental. You're going to be thinking about it. But when you can sit in stillness and just live in that present moment, just be grateful for where you are right now. Be grateful for the things that you have right now. Be grateful for the people that is in your life right now. All right. The tides are turning for a reason. Doors are closing for a reason. All right. Don't think that, the enemy's after you and nobody likes you and you're never going to become successful and all these things. That's not the case, family. That is not the case. Remember, your thoughts create your reality. All right. So that's another reason why you got to stop thinking in the past and the future so much, right? Because your thoughts create your reality. And if you're always thinking about the negative things, if you're always asking, well, why is this happening to me? If you're always wondering, well, why are my friends treating me like this? Remember, a lot of people are jealous of you. A lot of people are watching you guys. All right. And they're doing this because they see the light within you. Remember, your light irritates their demons. Ooh, come on. Your light irritates a lot of people's demons, even strangers. Right? You walk by them and they just get completely thrown off, right? Because you have such a bright aura. You have such a bright light about you. And that is why you might be getting called in another direction as well, because your light is needed on this path. It's not needed down this path anymore. You're not supposed to go over in this direction anymore. You're not supposed to talk to those people anymore. You're not supposed to be at that job anymore. Your family member got on your nerves. You're not supposed to associate with them anymore. Excuse me. Right? So this is what I want you to do. And I said this in a video before. Pay attention to what you're paying attention to, right? Be aware of your awareness, okay? Pay attention to the things that's happening and shifting in your life, right? As soon as something happens in your life, or as soon as a door closes out of nowhere, right? Let's just say a door closes completely out of nowhere And you don't understand why. You don't know what happened. It just happened randomly, completely random. Don't sit back and boo-hoo cry and, well, why, right? Don't just sit there and do those things, but literally sit back and just say to yourself and just be like, okay, just think to yourself, okay, this happened for a reason. It happened for me. It didn't happen to me. I got to remember what Coach Kev said. It didn't happen to me. It happened for me. So what could be the main reason, the major reason that door closed? What could be the main reason that person just walked away from me out of nowhere? What could be the main reason, that these things are shifting and happening in my life that's causing me to not really understand what's going on? You see, you might be getting called because you need to work on yourself. Maybe you have gotten away from your true self, from your true calling, from who you actually are. Because there's a lot of times you can go through this spiritual awakening journey. You're living life, right? But and it doesn't mean that you don't want to have fun anymore. It doesn't mean you're sitting in your house meditating, wearing tie-dye shirts, right, all day long, and just trying to be completely spiritual and doing all these things. Remember, spirituality is not an image, like it's not an appearance, right? It's not about what you wear. It's not about how you talk and all these different things. Okay, it's about it's about inner peace. It's about who you are. It's about who you are becoming and how you're going to turn that around to become the best version of yourself, and how you're going to use that to fuel the world, to help other people, and for you to get better. All right? It doesn't mean, like I said, oh, I'm going to wear tie-dye shirts and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm just going to be like, it's not just an appearance. It's not about what you wear. It's not about how your hair is and all these different things. All right? Think about the person that you are becoming right now. All right? You might have imposter syndrome, right? And maybe you don't feel good enough about something, right? Maybe you want to start that business. Maybe you want to start that YouTube channel. Maybe you do want to do this, but you just keep telling yourself, or the mind, remember, you are not your mind. The mind keeps telling you, you're not good enough. You're not capable to do that, right? And you're just living in doubt. You're living in fear. You're living in anxiety. You're allowing for all of these emotions and things to just completely consume you and cover you up. And it's not allowing you to move forward. You see, because you have a higher calling, because you have a gift, because there's something special about you, if you see that you're being called in a direction, if you hear that you're being called in a direction, if you feel that you are being called in another direction, you have to go down that path. Because some of your most greatest accomplishments are going to be on the other side of fear, doubt, anxiety, and all these emotions of the mind that's trying to keep you at bay, that's trying to keep you here. Remember, the mind can either build or it can destroy. Which one are you going to allow? You want it to build you up. So that's why it's important that you detach from the mind, detach from the thoughts, detach from these negative emotions and all these things that's trying to hold you back. That is not who you are, my family. That is not who you are. You are so much bigger than that. All right. And you have so much to offer to the world, and you have to go ahead and shine your light out here into the world. You see, chosen ones, I want you to remember, like, you are part of changing the world. Come on. Like, you are literally part of changing the world, because there's so many people that are spiritually dead. There's so many people that don't know who they are. They don't know. When you ask someone, who are you? They're like, oh, well, I'm John Johnson. I'm Mike Peterson. I'm this, I'm that. I'm Christina. I'm Melanie. That's not who you are. That's just your name that your parents gave you at birth. But who are you? Right? You are a soul. You are awareness. You are consciousness. You are not the mind. Okay? So remember that when the doors are closing and the tides are shifting and the things are turning. Remember that these things aren't happening to you for no reason. They're happening for you to elevate. So that way you can go out and create. Now, the video that I put out yesterday, remember, you are made in the image of God, all right? You are a creator, and it's your job to go out here and create. A lot of people are not paying attention to that. A lot of people do not even understand that, right? Because they're spiritually dead, all right? They're just out here existing and not living. How many of you are just existing and not living right now, right? Be honest with yourself. Drop comments down below and let me know if you're like, Coach Kev, man, like I'm tired. I feel like I'm just existing in the world. I'm not doing anything that I'm passionate about. I'm not doing anything that I love. I'm not contributing to the world. I'm not helping other people. I'm just existing. That's not who you are called to be, right? You are called to create, to go out and do something monumental. And the reason that some of these doors might be closing in your face out of nowhere is because it's telling you to remember that. You need to remember who you are. You need to remember why you're here. You need to remember all of these things. And sometimes when you're on your spiritual awakening journey and you're just going about life, and yes, you're journaling, like you're doing your affirmations, like you're meditating, you're praying, you're doing all these different things, but you might truly be forgetting who you actually are. So the question of the day that I'm going to ask you, and I want you all to take away from this video after you finish watching this and rewind, right? Watch this video multiple times, because this is really going to get you thinking in a building perspective, not a negative perspective where it's going to destroy you, right? We want to build the mind up, right? We don't want to think in negativity. We don't want to consume negative emotions that's going to pull us down and destroy us, right? You don't want to be in that low vibration. You want to continue to raise and rise above, all right? So I really want you to think about, man, who am I? Who am I? Coach Kev said, who am I? I need to really, really think about that and follow your passions and step into your purpose. Follow the things that you really love to do, and what are you called to do? Remember, when doors are closing, do not react in a negative way. I've been there. We've all been there. When doors close, we react in a negative way. And something else that I want you to remember, you may react in a negative way for a few seconds, maybe a minute or two. You get upset. Allow yourself to feel those emotions. That's okay, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, the mind can build or destroy. We don't want to live there, right? That's the main thing. You do not want to live in those negative emotions. You don't want to live in the sorrow. You don't want to live in the anger. When somebody does you wrong, okay, yes, it's okay to be mad at that person. It's okay to be upset, right? It doesn't mean that you need to just always be so happy and so loving and just, oh my God, like I completely forgive you. Yes, it's great to forgive and forget, right? Well, you may not forget, right? You may not actually forget, but yes, it's good to forgive. But if you're holding on to a grudge, if you're holding on to something that someone did to you, or because someone said something to you, you're only ruining your own blessings, and you're only stopping and halting yourself from actually moving forward in life. Right? So it's okay to feel the emotions. It's okay to get upset. It's okay to say a bad word every once in a while. Man, I've had a few people up here be like, oh my God, you're not a man of God because you said a cuss word. Come on, y'all. Everybody said a bad word. My mother is the most church going, she's the most church going woman. She doesn't drink. She doesn't smoke. She doesn't do any of those things. She's always praying. She has her prayer groups. She goes to church. And even she cussed my bus driver out a long time ago when I was in school, right? Because the bus driver did something to me, right? You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect, okay? Be your true, authentic self. Who cares, right? It doesn't matter, right? Remember what I said, spirituality is not just what you wear and how you talk and saying, oh my God, you did me wrong. Okay, I bless you. Right? It's not about all those things. Okay? You are becoming the best version of you, and you need to live in your true authenticity. That's what you need to do. It's all about your inner self. Who are you on the inside? Who are you becoming when doors close? Who are you becoming when the tides are really beginning to shift in your life? These things are not happening for no reason. Right? I want you all to drop your comments below, and just let me know, yo, Coach Kev, these doors are really closing in my face. Like it seems like every day, every 2 days, every week, it seems like something is happening, right? And I don't understand why. I don't understand what's really going on here, right? And this is why I'm calling you all back to the present moment. Boom, right here. Be right here in the present moment. Be centered, right? Stop letting your mind shift from here to here, to here, to here, to here, to here, because you're causing yourself confusion. You're causing yourself to be anxious. You're causing yourself to be upset, and you're causing yourself depression, and it's not allowing you to step forward, all right? And even in the midst of all of those emotions and all these things that's happening, you're not going to be able to see the clear picture of where you're actually supposed to go. Don't allow for that to happen, right? Don't allow for that to happen. Be still. It's okay to feel the emotion for a little bit, but then let it go. Just completely let it go. Right? Because you are human. Okay. So you're not going to be perfect. You're going to go through a range of emotions and all these different things. But This is your monumental shift. This is your time right now to believe in yourself, to believe that you're being called down another path and that you're supposed to be doing something completely different. Some of you are in a 9-to-5 job right now that you absolutely hate. You hate it, right? You hate, I don't want to say you hate your life, but some of you might just hate that part of your life, right? You hate where you are because you feel unaccomplished, right? You feel like you're not moving forward. You feel like nothing is helping you to get better. You feel like there's just a bunch of dead weight over there. That could be a job, that could be a relationship, that could be friends, that could be family, that could be co-workers, neighbors. It could be anything. Absolutely anything. And if you feel that, you have to pay attention to that, right? You have to be aware of that feeling. How many of you are actually aware of those things? Because you may feel it, but you're not doing anything about it, right? And this is your confirmation right here. Be aware of your awareness, because when these things are happening to you, when these things are happening for you, it seems like it's happening to you, right? But when these things are happening for you, it's calling you to be aware of the feeling, to be aware of what's happening, be aware of the doors that's closing, right? Sometimes when those doors are just continue to just keep closing left and right, you just tend to just stick there. You tend to just keep, well, God, why does this keep happening to me? Why do you keep allowing for these things to happen to me? I guess I'm getting cursed. I guess I'm not loved. I guess I'm this. I guess I'm that. Not realizing that the true answer is for you to awaken more up to who you are and to remember who you are. So that way you can be called in another direction. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the synchronicities, the things that's happening out here right in front of your face. It's literally right in front of your face. The average person is not going to pay attention to that. They're going to walk around in anger when all the doors are closing in front of them. They're going to feel and think that God hates them. They're going to feel and think that nobody likes them. Nobody appreciates them. And they're living in misery, right? And misery loves company. And guess what that person's going to do? They're going to try to bring you into their energetic field, right? And this is what the narcissist loves to do, because the narcissist is miserable, right? They can't stand their life. They can't stand who they are. And all they do is project. So what do they want to do? They want to make you feel the exact same way. So when the narcissist comes back, come on now, they might be getting ready to come back right now. They might be coming back, right? It's about to be springtime. Well, for some of you, wherever you're located in the world, it's about to be springtime here, right? They might be trying to spring right back up. They might be trying to mix your emotions up, okay? And all these different things. Do not fall for it. Don't fall for it, okay? You have to ignore and you have to keep going. You have to keep pushing. This is your confirmation. I don't know who needed to hear this video today, but I hope it resonated, man. I'm fired up. I'm feeling good. I'm bouncing back. Going through this spiritual awakening and this dark night of the soul has not been easy. It has not been easy. I haven't been feeling good, like just randomly on and off, like just having this core wound pain right here. Being called in other directions. Like as you can see, I was called to change Express Words Transformation Academy to Next Level Creators Academy, right? I'm rebranding. I'm completely rebranding, and y'all are going to see some shifts happen on my channel. Color scheme, you might already see that beginning to happen. You're going to see some shifts happen just in my business and things that I'm doing. I want to help you, right? And if that means helping you on your spiritual awakening journey, reach out to me. Let's talk. All right, send me an email, join the private school community, come on over and join a community of like-minded people and level up your game, right? Learn how to set proper goals, learn how to overcome limiting beliefs, create that YouTube business that you want to create. You are a creator, all right? And if you feel that you are being led to get on YouTube right now, you need to do it. I'm trying to tell you, you need to go ahead and do it, all right? I was scared, but don't be scared, all right? There's a reason for everything. And back then, before I was doing my channel, I did 9-to-5 jobs, right? I worked at amazing companies. I graduated from VCU in Richmond, Virginia, right? Started building a career for myself, worked at amazing companies, started making great money, but I did not feel called to be there. I felt like I was supposed to be doing something completely different. And then this was me, right? My thoughts was here, my thoughts was here, my thoughts was here, my thoughts was here, right? I'm like, yo, why are these people attacking me? Why is this and that? But then my focus was shifted. I was called in another direction. You have to stay obedient too, right? When you feel something pulling on you, when you feel that energy tug of saying, hey, I need you to go in this direction. I need you to start doing this. Boom, a door closes. Boom, another door closes. Boom, another door closes. I need you to go in this direction. Sit back and ask yourself, why is this happening? Because sometimes when the doors don't close, you would have never moved. You would have stayed there and you would have never reached your full potential. So there's a reason why doors just shut in your face for a reason, because it's asking you, or God's telling you, to remember who you are and what you're supposed to be doing out here in the world, because you are meant to create. All right, so I love you all to life. Continue to push through. Drop your comments down below. Let me know if this video resonated with you. If you want to talk, if you want to join a private community, links are down below as well. I would love to have you there. And listen, I just want to help you grow and through your spirituality, through your spiritual awakening. I want to help you step into your online presence to build the brand, right? To build and create the business that you really want to create. So many of you out there are so talented, right? You're so talented. You have so many gifts. Stop sleeping on yourself. All right. There's a reason why you need to put your stuff out here. All right. Because your voice needs to be heard. All right. So remember, when the doors are closing and the tides are beginning to shift, it's all happening for a reason. You are not the mind, right? Those thoughts are not yours. You are not your thoughts, right? You are not your thoughts. So remember that. And when you're being called in another direction, you got to trust the process and go. Remember to be still, my family. You have to be still. Don't allow for all these emotions and thoughts and all these things to sway you back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And now it's causing a lot of confusion and you can't see where you're really supposed to go. All right. So you all have an amazing day today. More videos to come. So make sure your bell notifications is turned on. Don't forget to come on over and join the private school communities. And I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace.